This is Fuji Kindergarten. It's a very innovative, newly built kindergarten in Tachikawa, which is a suburb of Tokyo. It's about 40 kilometres from the centre of Tokyo. And it's designed by Takaharu and Yui Tezuka. They're a husband and wife team of architects. The current principal is a very unusual man. His father started the kindergarten 37 years ago, and the current principal has been in charge for about 15 years. And basically the kindergarten outgrew its premises, and the principal decided that he needed to rebuild. And what he decided to do was give education a different look, and he felt that design could be part of a child's education. So one of the unusual things about this kindergarten is that the play area is on the roof. What the Tezukas did was they built an enormous deck which goes all the way around the circular building, and there's an open courtyard in the middle. So basically they've doubled the play area, and the roof is 183 metres on the outside and 110 metres on the inside, so there's a slight incline. And what they felt was that this would encourage children to run around it, which they do in their hundreds. And what they also decided to do was not to put any tools on the roof, not to put any games or toys, but just to leave the space as open as possible. Each classroom has a skylight that goes up to the roof, and leading up to every window in the skylight is a rope ladder, and the children are allowed to climb up the ladder and go onto the roof. They're given a lot of freedom. They're also allowed to go down from the roof onto the middle of the courtyard. There's a slide that goes from one level to the ground level, and also a staircase, which they all seem to love. So this illustrates very well. You can see the Zelkova tree growing through the building. What you can also see here is how open the classrooms are. There are no partitions between any of the classrooms, and the whole building opens out, so you have sliding doors in front of every classroom. And the Tezukas felt that an ordinary school looks a bit like a box, or even worse, they said it looks like a prison, and that you develop a hierarchy very early on in life, with the teachers standing at the front and the children all facing the same direction. What they've done here is open the whole thing up. The building is open on both sides for 2/3 of the year. So the principal of Fuji Kindergarten is a very unusual man, and one of his philosophies is that children at kindergarten should be learning how to function in society, be kind to each other, be respectful. And as in any Japanese house, the children in the school are not allowed to wear shoes. And when they go to the lavatory, they have to wear slippers, special lavatory slippers. So this little girl is standing in the lavatory, which also has wonderful scaled-down loos and sinks. In the courtyard, there's also a tap where children can wash their feet, wash paintbrushes. And what they decided to do was, instead of having the usual trough kind of drain, which usually gets clogged up with leaves or sand, they built this very unusual wood base which absorbs the water. And the principal also wanted to show the children that there is a relationship between a tap and running water, and it's part of their lesson. So they often have lessons just standing around here and also watching how the rainwater collects. He feels very strongly that they ought to know